Hey everyone, okay, so today I'm going to be giving you my thoughts on a demonstration of these new concealers by Icon London. Now Icon London is a great company and these are incredible concealers. We're going to be using them as a concealer and as a foundation and a bronzer. So let's make a start. So it comes in a relatively decent shade range. I am sick of 50 shades of foundation and concealer and powder. It's a lot. I find it even harder finding my own shade when the shade range is so large. This is a decent size range and I'm very pleased about that. Now this has something like a flex technology, which basically means it moves with the skin, and that's a really good thing, particularly if you are older. It allows the product to have a little bit of elasticity to it so that it moves around, but don't think that means it creases. It just is able to, you know, as your face moves, it moves with it, and that's a good thing. Now, let's just get the obvious question out of the way. Does it crease? Everything creases eventually on the skin. It all depends upon how much your skin moves and your age, but everything creases, particularly when you're over the age of 30, it just does. But the finish is beautiful. It is a natural radiant finish, very, very skin-like. So let's take a look. So I've got some shades in front of me and I don't know which one was which, so I'm just going to pop it on and hope for the best. So we will start with, oh, that might be a little dark. We'll start with a coverage all over the face, realistic application of foundation. And I'm going to use my foundation brush, available at beautylish.com, and buff this into the skin. So as you probably all well know, I really like skin to look like skin. It's very important to me. I don't want to overcompensate. If you've got a couple of areas that need extra coverage, I don't want to overcompensate by applying something really thick and heavy everywhere if you don't need it. So this is realistic application. Now I'm going to apply just a touch more, just on a couple of the hot spots on my face, i.e. areas that just tend to be a little bit red permanently. And I really like to make sure the product is worked into the skin. It's really important that that happens. So what we'll do is we will do two applications of concealer. We will do a light application and a full coverage application. So we'll do a light application. No, we'll do a heavy application here. So we'll do it in the V. Now, never fill in the V. I've spoken about it before, so just don't fill in the V. There's no need. And then we'll do, actually, let's move it up so we create more of a lift on that outside. So that's more, which side am I? That's more realistic to me. So when it comes to this side, you can just use your finger or a beauty blender. This product moves incredibly well. So you're going to get a lot more product movement with this than some other concealers because this has a creamy base. I'm taking it all the way up into the eye area. Now I'm just going to take my brush and I'm going to work that into the skin. So nothing wrong with a heavy application of concealer. If it's the look you're going for, maybe it is. You know, each to their own. That's what I say. I don't really. I do. I'm just kidding. And on this side, what I want to do is just conceal any areas that are irritating. So generally speaking, on people's faces, this area here doesn't crease as much as this area here, and the same over here. So you want to avoid this area as much as you can if you find that concealer creases and is just irritating to you. I'm just going to pat it into place and bring it in, but only enough to diffuse it. So we've got an extreme application of concealer, which I don't think, I mean, I'm not a massive fan, but you know, each to their own. As soon as I've done it, I'm constantly wanting to get rid of it. And we'll use a deeper shade just as, you know, just a tiny bit, just to add a little bit of dimension. And I'm using a pretty deep shade here, but it's okay. I think we'll cope. And I'm just going to really buff it into the skin. So you can see how much that caused movement there. So you see a little goes a really, really long way. But when we finished, it'll be gorgeous. Gorgeous! You see, when you blend it, it's not quite as stark as it once was, so it's not quite as deep. Now, you may want to just stop here, and you could technically stop here and all would be fine in the world, because this finish, it's quite self-setting, which is a good, I'm so sorry, but I've got to get rid of all this concealer. It's, bleh. I do not like it. You can stop here, touch a powder, which is what we're going to do. We're going to powder the T-zone and add a bit of color, because otherwise it can look mental. So a little bit of powder just in the T-zone. So precision powdering. So just here. And now a tiny bit of color on the face, not that one. So we'll use a nudie kind of blush. Just a tinkle, just a smattering. Whatever's left, you know, waste not, want not. And I've just put a tiny smattering of mascara on, because with foundation alone, it can, you know, make your eyelashes look very, very pale and the whole look doesn't pull together. But this is just foundation. I used it as a foundation, as a concealer. Didn't do my ears, silly boy, you know? But you're gonna go out, Wayne. No, you're not. You're gonna stay in and not speak to anyone, because that's the kind of person you are. And I like it most of the time. Okay, so, oh, whatever. Great foundation. Concealer, bloody marvelous concealer. It really does give a lovely appearance to the skin, I hope you'll think. And it just looks really quite bloody marvelous, if I do say so myself, which I am. So there you go. Definitely check it out. Information down there. This is not sponsored. These are mine. See you next time. Bye-bye.